16.4 billion years ago is when the Maya say this physical universe began. Well, that doesn't line up with astronomers, does it? Astronomers, some 45 years ago, 50 years ago, had it down. Somewhere between 10 and 20 billion years ago, the universe started. Then, as we got better telescopes, so we could see further and further out, it moved from 10 to 20 to, well, maybe 12 to 20. Then we put up Hubble, and it went to 14 billion years ago that the universe started. You know what? I'll bet you that within the next couple of years, they're going to find out that the Maya, some 2,500 years ago, had it right to begin with. The Big Bang happened 16.4 billion years ago. The Maya, although they had the pattern, never had all the facts that we're going to be talking about. Consciousness is evolving through these different stages. And they were at a particular stage that didn't have all the information we now can display. The Sumerians, the first people to write, some of the first things they wrote was that there were 7 days and 6 nights in each level of creation. We went through the individual cell, starting to join up with other cells in cooperation for survival. Individual cells happen here, right at that line. 1.26 billion years ago. But life scientists know that 820 million years ago, individual cells started clumping together to become eventually plants early on in the cycle. And then to become crustaceans, and then to become fishes, and then to become reptiles, and then to become dinosaurs, and then to go completely extinct and leave the mammals standing 63.4 million years ago. Which just happens to be what 820 divided by 13 is. Coincidence. It's going to get a lot better. $41 million years ago, we started the next cycle. Now remember, these things are written as numbers of tunes carved in stone 2,500 years ago or so. This 41 million years ago is an approximation of how many tunes. We started the family. This was the beginning of what's called the tribal cycle. Okay, here's the next cycle started 102,000 years ago. That weight's getting lighter, isn't it? 102,000 ain't so bad. This is called the cultural cycle. Because this 102,000 years brought about our cultures. 8,000 years. Every 8,000 years, there was a change of intention. Here, in 3115 BC, that's about 5,116 years ago, we started a new cycle called the national consciousness. As an interesting coincidence, that line right there is the birth of Egypt, where King Minos married the upper and lower Nile cultures into the first nation. This was the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. And since things have changed every 20 years or so, we are still living in these 20 years. The galactic consciousness started January 5th, 1999. January 5th, 1999 was that line right there. And now, these consciousnesses are shifting every 360 days.
And they do, you can feel it.
Of course you can. The next cycle, the last cycle, the universal cycle, will start February 10th, 2011. The universal cycle starts February 10th, 2011, and it runs for a total of 260 days, right up to October 28th, 2011. October 28th, 2011. That is when all of these cycles, this one and this one and this one and this one and this one, all come to some sort of an end.